Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we're going to talk about some funky potential for Nurgle in the new Chaos Demons Codex, which is coming out in 2018. It's the first codex of 2018, which is quality, given that 2018 is what, like 2 weeks away, if that? Not even that, it's like a week away. What am I talking about? It's looking good. It's looking real good. So, there's been a few different kind of, I wouldn't even call them leaks, but like teasers and hints, and that combined with an anonymous tip-off to Fate 212, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some cool stuff for the Chaos Demons Codex. I'm hoping it's not just limited to Nurgle, but there is a good chance that it might be. But in a way, if it is what this person says it is, it could be kind of cool. So, oh, by the way, yeah, my voice is totally wrecked. It's ruined. I apologise if, again, the video is full of cuts, and I'll try not to cough all over the mic, and you will lose occasional words just because I can't talk properly anymore. It's gone. It's been ruined. Nurgle has killed me. So, good job, and please leave me alone. Okay, so we've had a few things. The first thing was we had a little... Well, no, the first thing was Horticulous Slimux, actually. Let's talk about him first. So he is a model for Age of Sigmar. He was involved in the Blight War, I think it was, and along with, like, he was the opposing character to Neve Blacktalon, which, by the way, makes an awesome paladin for D&D if you've got a tall character, so good work on that. When Horticulous Slimux was announced for Age of Sigmar, we speculated heavily as to whether it would ever come to 40k, and to be honest with you, I kind of assumed it would at some point, and it might well do. It looks like it could actually be a new character for Warhammer 40k as well. Now, I'm not at all surprised by that, should it turn out to be true, obviously, because there is a huge crossover between Age of Sigmar demons and Warhammer 40k demons, because they're the same demons. It's essentially a model line that they can use for both, and they just produce the one set and give you rules for either, which it could be seen as lazy, but it's probably just being efficient. And Horticulous Slimux, whilst I'm still a little unsure as to whether the overall visual style of it really meshes that well with 40k itself, it does pretty much mesh fairly well with the Nurgle stuff in terms of the actual Demons of Nurgle army. So I'm not that surprised to see him come to 40k potentially. Still not sure what it'll look like on the tabletop facing like a Space Marine army, but then again, there's all kinds of mad crap in 40k anyway, so a dude on a massive snail with hundreds of little legs, I don't know, yeah, I think it'd probably look alright at the very least. And let's face it, you can always convert the hell out of it if you want to. That's one of the beautiful things about 40k. If you like the model but you don't, well, if you like the rules but you don't like the model, just chop the model up and make it something that you like. Easy peasy. So the other thing that we had, well, the second thing, is that little tease, that little hint we got in the mini wargaming video where they went to go and see Games Workshop, and it looks very much like, and it'll be on the screen now, provided I haven't failed to edit it in, and it looks very much like this piece of artwork that we've already seen as well. Quite possibly like a new beast of Nurgle, some sort of new Nurgle demon regardless. It looks kind of funky, it's a little bit difficult to make out. It is a still image taken from a video. My brain is still mush, can you tell? It's so annoying. And finally, we have this little chap, this little Nurgling, riding on a fly. Now, I'm not a big fan of the fly, but the Nurgling has some interesting features. He's got them big old horns, and he's got that tongue sticking out, going all the way down. That is very reminiscent of the Great Unclean One. It's very reminiscent of the Great Unclean One, and when I first saw that, I was like, I would not be surprised if I actually saw that as like part of the scenery, or part of the extras for a Great Unclean One model. And then, as if to tie together these random thoughts that I've been having over the last week, I stumbled across an older post on Fate 212 whereby a chap says that he visited the 40k open day with friends and got a sneaky peek at the new Demon Codex. He does say that there's no pictures, so it's one of those things where you got to take it with a pinch of salt, although, much like the Slime Arbo rules, although there's no images to confirm that they was in fact there in person, in real life and everything, it seems kind of so reasonable and sensible that I'm inclined to take it at face value. And they are saying that they can confirm a new Great Unclean One model, that Horticulous Slimux is in there, and that he will become to 40k. And there's some kind of new Nurgle demon I've never seen before. Can't read without my glasses. I don't know why I'm even trying. So apparently the Great Unclean One is very similar in size to the Forge World version, and the new demon was similar to Plague Bearers in height, but a lot bulkier, which again fits with that image that we've seen from mini wargaming. To be honest, it's looking like Nurgle might get some funky stuff, might get some cool stuff in the new Chaos Demon Codex, and I have to admit, if that is what this is, if there's been these little hints and these little teasers, I want to see Games Workshop doing more of this. Like their community team, the Warhammer community team, do a really good job with kind of reacting to rumours, and things like the rumour mill and stuff like that are all very well and good, but this kind of dropping hints throughout videos and that kind of thing, I think is the way to go, because it keeps people engaged, it keeps people interested. I mean, I've been thinking about the possibility of like that Nurgling being something to do with a new Great Unclean One or a new like Nurgle Demon Prince since I saw that video. I was like, this like it's very specifically designed, you know, it's put together in a very precise way that mimics something that already exists, which just basically sends you down that path of speculation. It's like, that looks like something else, and that could easily be part of something else. What could it be part of? What does it look like? And then off you go. Now, if this is true, then actually that means that there's a couple of cool things coming for at least Nurgle for the Demon Codex. I mean, if you've got a new Beast of Nurgle, which would be cool, and you've got a new Great Unclean One, and you've got Horticulous Slimux, you've got at least 2 good centerpiece models coming there, which I'd be happy with, to be honest. I would like to see a new Nurgle Demon Prince, because I think the Nurgle Demon Prince is not good anymore. Well, I never liked it in the first place, so I say anymore, it's just not good for me personally. But there's potential in things like Horticulous Slimux for conversions. The Great Unclean One, again, I think badly needs an update, and I would suggest that if the Beast of Nurgle is in a similar style, and the Great Unclean One is in a sort of similar style to Horticulous Slimux, or at least the mount that he has, his many-legged snail friend there, that could do a lot to tie that together and to make Horticulous Slimux look a bit more at home on the 40k tabletop. If it's a nice sort of bridge between the old style and the new, there's potential there to make him fit in a lot better, which is my only concern for it, because I actually quite like the model now. There's some weird stuff going on with it, like the face on the slug, caterpillar, whatever, snail, is still bizarre to me, but I don't know, it's got a certain charm to it which I quite like, and I would not be mad if I saw someone put it down the table opposite my army. So yeah, it looks like there's some cool stuff coming, if this turns out to be accurate, which, to be honest, again, obviously take it with as much salt as you can possibly carry, but it doesn't seem unreasonable. It seems like this is stuff that's deliberately being placed to lead up to something, and I can only really applaud that, and I'd say that I'd like to see that kind of thing more, just because it makes conversations like this more interesting. It's a lot more interesting to speculate about things that have a very high probability to be true, but with variations, than to just guess. Like we talked about Lehman Russ not that long ago. All of that is just speculation and guessing. All of that is just what if. Stuff like this I quite like, because there's like a path you can follow to why someone had come to that conclusion. There's a path you can follow as to, you know, the teasing and the reveal, and yeah, it just makes it more interesting for me personally. But the question is, what do you think? Do you think we are going to see a new Great Unclean One? Do you think that little thing that we saw in the mini wargaming video is a new Beast of Nurgle? Do you think in Horticulous Slimux will actually fit in with the 40k theme, or do you think he needs to stay Age of Sigmar only? And well, in general, what do we think of the chap who suggested that he saw all these things at the Warhammer 40k Open Day? To be honest, as I say, it seems so reasonable and so not like out of left field that I could easily see it. I could easily see it to the point where I'm making a video about it, in fact. So that's how easily I could see it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As always, there's the array of links that you can click with the video and the Patreon, the subscribe, and all of that crap. I will see you next week. Toodaloo.